All right, my watch list for Wednesday's trading session, starting with Excl. Nice volume about a week ago that broke it out over 2. You can see how that is kind of resistance up into that big gap. And a pretty clean pullback and found some support today. So let's go to 15-minute candles. Decent volume this afternoon. So I like this one. I'd like to see it get back up over recent highs, but you could probably, up around 198-ish. That might be enough to get it going. It certainly deserves to be on a chart, so I will have it on a chart. I like that little flag after the, usually the first attempt doesn't happen, right? So it touched 2 here, pushed through it again here, and now it's flagging. So it's set up pretty good to make a nice move. LIVE, I'm kind of on the fence about even putting this one on watch. 581,000 today, which is a lot for that stock to show you how thin it is. I looked it up today. It's got like a 7 million float. Correct me if I'm wrong, or I apologize if I'm wrong, but it's something really small like that. It ended up kind of giving back its pop today, but it's still above a good month's worth of trading here, and had earnings, I think, back in late December that took it up over 4, sold off, and it really has nice support below. So I want to watch this one tomorrow. Again, I don't like the fact that it gave this spike back, but it sure looks good up over, over today's high. So this is going to probably need news or something. But this one, you can see back here, and back in the day, this thing used to make really big moves. So can it still? We'll see. It's just going to be on a chart, but it'll absolutely not be the first one I'll be watching tomorrow. I would like to see a high volume move. If they have news or something, that one could be worth watching. Take-Two Interactive, TTWO, holding up pretty strong here, and I believe they had earnings after hours. So it closed at $29.84. In after hours, it's around $32. So I don't know if that's all-time highs for this thing. Might be. I'm going back using a weekly chart. So yeah, it's probably right at all-time highs. So I want to watch that for a potential gap play tomorrow. That's TTWO. TRUE. TRUE is another one that moves pretty nicely. See some of these big green bars? Moves pretty nicely at times, and it's really found nice support here around $18. And then today you can see 1.5 million shares. Not a lot, but it is a lot for this stock. That's probably the highest volume in a month or so. Gave back a little bit of its gains in the afternoon, but kind of forming a nice base here below 1940. So this is one I want to watch, through maybe 1950 on some volume. It might get just a nice secondary play, nice second day run. WWE had that huge spike, about a little over a week ago, and it's really been flagging ever since. I'll switch to 15-minute candles. Pretty clear resistance right around that 1260. Nice consolidation today around 1240. So through 1260 tomorrow with some volume, that one might just bump through the most recent high of 1286 and get going again. It's holding up pretty well after that big pop. GENE, nice bounce today. Now today watching this tomorrow feels a little late. I did mention this in chat today. I said, hey, this might follow GURE when it looked like this. It hadn't broken the high of the day. The high of the day was 258. It looked like this when I mentioned that. I didn't give a trigger and stop, but look what happens. The thing just rips. So I want to watch that one again tomorrow for some more follow-through. But GURE was my call today at 183. Had that huge move the other day. And so GURE called it right there at 183 with like a 179 or something. And it went nicely through too. And I want to watch that one again too. So GENE and GURE both holding up pretty well after these crazy spikes. There's GURE, one last look at GENE. So after those big spikes, they're both holding up fairly well. GDOT, just beaten up. All right, just 3 days down in a row. Kind of maybe a double bottom today. It bounced down through 14 and then ended up closing there again. This might serve to be a double bottom. It's pretty beaten up. Just a few sessions ago, this was $20. So it's down here below 14. I want to watch that for a potential bounce tomorrow. And KITE. KITE's like 5 days down in a row, a little bit of a bottoming tail. KITE was super strong back here, and a lot of times, how do I show this here? Get a drawing tool. A lot of times when you have a pretty clearly defined low, and then 3 or 4 or 5 days in a row down to get there, a lot of times you'll take that low out and take out all the stops and then bounce. And it's close to the 50-day also here, and the whole number 60. So I do want to watch KITE for a potential bounce tomorrow. Remember, this was up near 90 a couple weeks ago. So now, and with that bottoming tail and possibly a stop run today, I want to watch that for a potential long tomorrow. And that's my list. We'll find gappers to add in the morning as well. So I'll leave it at that, and we will talk to you tomorrow night. Have a good night.